What's up, y'all? Welcome to the set of No Covers. My name is Geno with a G, Big G.
Okay, Big G.
Hey, we doing I was
I
having
am
fun.
Chevy Lanee. Look.
I didn't even get to introduce you today. You had to introduce yourself.
Yeah, because you was Big Geno
Hey, I'm
today.
saying, big gangster.
I'm with all of it. I love it. I love it, Big G. I'm with the shits.
Hey.
with the
That's
shits.
Geno with a capital G. Put that little beard underneath that G when you do that. That's how I write mine, so. Anyway, though, welcome to No Covers. We live on set. It's me, Chevy Lanee, and we talking about the things that we love to talk about. You know what we're talking about. We're talking about the stuff that your mama and daddy ain't tell you about. Shout out to DeAndre, man.
As
Hey,
Track Global.
this show. We ain't talking about birds and bees here. We talking about we getting a lot deeper than that.
Understood. I think we definitely pull back the covers.
We
So.
pull back the covers for sure. In tonight we're gonna pull back the covers, speaking about if you should be with someone you equally yoked with.
What you mean by equally yoked?
Back in the day, probably not even back in the day, but I guess it's kind of like a church saying at this point. I don't think that's exactly, but
It is. It's that TDJ.
You think it's a church saying?
I think in the Bible too.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the Bible. You're right. Yeah. You know what? Let's keep it going because obviously I don't know much. But I tell you one thing I do know about. I do know about relationships. I know about intimacy.
Well, I know about sex. I got that part of the
You
bag.
got that part? Okay. Well, you lead the way on that. But yeah, we're gonna talk about it if you should be equally yoked and or if you should, find something that works for you.
When you say find something that works for you, you mean somebody that's kind of like, oh, just praise the ground you walk on type shit? Or
Well, it could be anything. It could be, y'all equally yoked. You can have someone that's wild and crazy and you love that. You can have someone that makes you better. Just different areas, whatever. In that, even with that, you're not being equally yoked, but you love them for them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let me pass my pain. Got it. Okay. All right. So my take on equally yoked.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, my bad. I thought we was moving, Geno. You stopped.
I had to stop. I mean, we always do 2 parts in this.
Okay, you're right. I'm missing one.
Did I tell you the other part to it?
Is a situationship worth it?
There you go. Is the situationship worth it? Let's talk about that first.
Oh, great.
Or you want to talk about that second? What you want to do?
I think you should lead. I'm certified in sex over here. You take it away.
Well, we definitely was going to do this first anyway because, we like to lead people into the things that, that second topic. And I think situationships would be one of those things we could start off with. Is it worth it?
I mean...
Let me lead.
Yeah.
Is the situation worth it? It is situationships. For those that don't know, a situationship is not a relationship. It's a situation where you got yourself into an ordeal or entanglement with someone. Yeah, right. Shout out to whoever that was. But yeah, that's what it is. It's a relationship without having a commitment, pretty much. Well, people do the most, and you probably should do the most. It's a situationship, but it's not a relationship. You got to remember that. But I do not think that is worth it.
Okay.
I don't. For me, particularly for me. But if you out there, I think you should go all the way.
You're a bachelor. How does a situationship not work for you?
You want me to explain that?
Yeah, hell yeah. I want to know. No covers. Pull it on back.
Okay, so let me explain for the people who don't know. First and foremost, situationships are great for sex. Great for doing whatever the hell you want. For the most part, at least in the beginning. It's good because you hang out with somebody who you feel like they don't have so much of an investment and you don't either. Y'all just enjoying the situation. The problem with a situationship is people get confused, and that ship that they thought was a relationship It isn't that.
That shit sank.
It isn't that, and it may not even be possible to get there after that because sometimes you deal with so many different feelings and emotions in that relationship. Now, let me rephrase this. It is a relationship. It's just not a commitment.
Got you.
You know, it's a relationship. Shit, you and your siblings have a relationship. Y'all don't have a commitment to do any particular thing. A relationship, you committing to not going out with anybody else in any form.
Okay.
Sexual or whatever, romantic that lead to something that's sexual. So I don't think situation's worth it because it gets in the way of too many things eventually. In my experience, it gets in the way of your thinking. It gets in the way of money sometimes. You might have people popping up at your door.
I wish the fuck.
Popping up at your door as if they did not realize you in a situationship. So that's why I say it's not worth it, because when you start getting in the way of things that have nothing to do with you, then I have to go back and straighten it out. And sometimes it's just not that easy. It can go way out there.
All right. You want my take?
I don't.
I guess it depends on your lifestyle. And that's me being honest. I think situationships aren't always detrimental. Sometimes you're too busy to actually focus on a fucking relationship. Sometimes I don't want to be with you. I ain't trying to wake up with you. I ain't trying to go on dates. I'm just trying to bust a nut and get through the rest of my day. Like you ain't got to call me, you ain't got to check on me, none of that. Once we handle this, I guarantee you I'm good. Situationships could be worth it, but a situationship and a relationship should be looked at and viewed differently, because in a relationship, I'm comfortable. I'm gonna express myself to you. I'm gonna tell you different shit. We're gonna vibe. We're gonna talk all of that. A situationship, we could be kicking it, vibing, and all of that, but you're here for a purpose.
Situationships, they could be great if your lifestyle, if that works for your lifestyle. It's just the problem. It just brings too many. It's just too much room for error. It's too much room for error. Now, if you're single, you know, a bachelorette, maybe it works for you. But when you got other things going on and people know that, then they'll try to zoom in on the things that you got going on outside of them and try to hurt you that way if they're not getting what they want. So that's why I say it's not worth it for me. Particularly,
I think you might be letting situationships have like a little bit too much access into your life if that's the case. You are here simply for a purpose. You shouldn't even know that. You shouldn't even all of that. You're not even privy to for real.
Well, that's the thing with situationships. We don't. That is my thought on situationships, how it go, because you start sharing things with people that you shouldn't be sharing if you only there for that one purpose.
Talking.
Yeah, the pillow talking, not even just pillow talking, just shooting the shit. So if we're gonna kick it like that and it's just that, let's just let it be that. Let's not let it be anything else. If we fucking. Let's not have a fake relationship where I'm gonna get mad at you when you go out and you're gonna get mad at me when I go out, or I think you're doing something.
I think it still all boils down to effectively communicating. Because if you know your role and your position, you PYP, then it's no reason for nobody to be mad here. Like, we grown. You're going to go over there and do what you're going to do. I'm going to go over here and do what I'm going to do. And when we decide to link and do what we do, then that's our business. Other than that, like, I'm doing me over here. You doing you over there.
That's easily said than done, though.
Yeah.
You know, people get their emotions involved, and then it goes to spiraling out of control.
I'm going to write the rules to situationships, because you got to compartmentalize.
You definitely got to fit that in the rule book. You gotta get that down. Make a whole list of that. Put that out for the streets.
I'm gonna help you write them, Geno. I can't write them. I'm gonna help you write them.
You gonna help me write it? You gonna co-author the book? Or you gonna edit it? Okay, that's for sure. That's for sure. Well, shit. Since we're talking about that, let's get into if you should be equally yoked.
Ooh, yeah. In my opinion, I believe you should be equally yoked, because you want somebody who is yet on the same level, at least striving to get to the same level, pushing for something, at least goal-oriented, or at least the same mind frame, or like we on something together. We got to agree on something and push for something if we're building something.
So let's do this. For me and the peoples out here, explain to us what being equally yoked
Okay.
is.
Equally yoked is in my what I believe equally yoked to be, because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right on this one. I believe equally yoked could be like your that person is there, that's your helpmeet, that's your confidant, that's your go-to, that's your backbone. Like, and even still, y'all have to be. It's not competitive. It's not a sport or anything like that. But you have to be encouraged. You have to. It's still you pushing. You gotta build them, and they gotta build you. Like, you gotta be working for something. It's a goal. It's something. Even if it's just the betterment of our family, we equally yoked on that. Like, you going to work and pulling in your half. I'm going to work. I'm gonna pull in my half. We gonna meet in the middle, and I'm gonna respect your space. I'm gonna respect what you do. You gonna respect my space. You gonna respect what I do. Like, it's just a certain vibe. It's a certain chemistry on how we build each other up.
Okay, so from my understanding, being equally yoked is actually having the same frame of mind and bringing that to the table when y'all meet together.
You gotta feel, even on an intimate level. You equally yoked. I'm a feel for my partner.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some things you reach on another level.
Okay.
My opinion, equally yoked. Are we supposed to be that way? Sure. Does it happen? Blue moon. Like, to have somebody to respect your space, respect what it is that you do, be on the same page, like actually grind it out with you in the pavement, like, I mean, and actually like really be about it without the step outs and the nonsense and the little hiccups. If we can get past all of that, because it's gonna happen regardless, any relationship. If we can get past all of that and still remain like, you still that male half that makes my female half tick. You still the person I wanna like, I'm that help me. You that person I'm still gonna be here for at the end of the day. Like, it's different.
Okay. So from my understanding, what equally yoked is, and what I was taught what equally yoked is somewhat what you said, being on the same page, having an agreement, having the same mind frame. So if I'm in a relationship and my goal is to build a family with a white picket fence and a 4-bedroom house and 2.5 bathrooms, and you in agreement, we are equally yoked.
That's, we doing everything we can do together
to get there. That's what I was taught with. But I don't feel that is needed. I don't feel that being equally yoked is needed. In fact, I think you having your own set of ideas and me having our own set of ideas, but we can meet there and we can bring that together, make it a reality. That is, for me, better than being equally yoked.
See, this is a new generation though. But no, to be honest, that's how I prefer things. It's empire building now. Yeah. So it is similar, but in one aspect, we working together for something. In another aspect, you bring what you gonna bring to the table. I'm bring what I'm bring to the table, and we gonna have a spread.
Yeah, and that's what I think. I probably prefer that over being equally yoked. I'm not quite sure exactly the true definition of being equally yoked, but I know one thing: if I'm working and we're working for the same goal, or we're working for team building, then I can fuck with that all day. We don't have to agree on the same colors and the same places to go, and I'm going to church with you, and like, I don't have to go to church with you or your religion.
You barely making it there.
Yeah, well, I probably won't make it there anyway, but I don't have to be there with you. You can go enjoy yourself at church or at malls, or you can go enjoy yourself if you like seafood and I say I don't like seafood, and you can go with your homies or whatever.
I don't think it means you have to have like the same.
I'm just giving surface level stuff.
You can still have like your own identity and still be equally yoked with your partner.
To certain people.
Unless your partner is controlling.
To certain people.
Really? You don't think so?
I mean, you can, but once again, let's bring it to certain people. Certain people, you can do these things.
I think maybe that's still empire building. I don't know. We might need to run some definitions here.
Long as we empire building, for me, we there. We there. I'm cool with that.
Same in my bow. I wanna build and rule. So, you know.
Yeah.
There it is.
There we go. I mean, what more can we say?
Live from No Covers.
For sure. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Ting.
Make sure y'all check out our previous videos, and make sure y'all check out Hotbox that Chevy
And all things Hotbox, your favorite's favorite.
on all social outlets. Make sure y'all check out Geno. Make sure y'all check out DeAndre Fulton on all social media.
Abstract Global.
And shit.
No
That's our
covers.
show. No covers.
Bye.
Bye.